You're not taking this serious.
There we go. Much better.
Been a while.
I don't even know if I can say welcome back because God knows, bro, it ain't welcome. People are gonna be like, where the hell you been if they even want to watch us? But hello, welcome back to Uncommon Sense Podcast. It has been 3.5 months. Life has changed.
Yes, it has.
I'm a dad. Yeah, if you didn't really know from the last episode that we dropped, so yeah.
Father in the yard now.
You know what I'm saying? We're at that stage of life now.
Fatherhood.
You know what I'm saying? Work,
beast.
business, and fatherhood.
Oi.
And I'm trying to leave, but we'll get to that part later. But
So
yeah,
trying to leave? What trying to leave?
trying
what?
to leave this damn country.
Oh, okay.
You see
I
how
just want to
these
make sure.
mass exodus, all the white people are leaving. They're saying millionaires leaving. I ain't a millionaire, but I'm trying to leave too. Yeah. Trying to leave too, man, because life is it's better elsewhere.
Yeah.
And when I mean elsewhere, for me, I'm not talking about going to Dubai or going to one of these tax havens. I'm talking about going yard, go build backyard and help over there. Because at the end of the day, it's fresh living. It's better for your skin, it's better for the health, it's better for us. We ain't meant to be in the northern hemisphere at the end of the day.
It's not like this.
Yeah.
But anyway, less of that. How are you two been?
Well and good and well. Yeah. Well and good and well. Do you know what I'm saying? Literally just, it's been, last 3 months have been interesting 3 months actually. A lot of transition, a lot of shifting, a lot of different, like, life looks different, feels different.
But definitely for me.
Yeah. I think for everybody, if I'm completely honest. I don't know, maybe I'm speaking out of turn, but like last 3 months has been a big transition stage and kind of setting me up for what's to come from what I can see.
Like what?
Similar with yourself, just in life, just in all aspects of life. Myself as a person, like a lot of the things that I was kind of looking to achieve, and the person I wanted to become, like 9-ish years ago, kind of looking at myself now, and I'm like, oh, a lot of those qualities, a lot of those behaviors, a lot of those I've become, like I've embodied. So it now is like, okay, so what's the next now set of things that you're kind of setting out to actually achieve? And think the last 10 years or 9 years or so forth has been more to do with like the embodiment of bettering myself as an individual, getting the skills, make sure I'm a good person, make sure I'm morally correct, principles are in check, emotionally capable, emotionally aware, Like it's been an internal journey and just like, all right, cool, focusing on in myself.
What, the last 3 months, you think that's a catalyst of majority of that?
No, the last 9 years have been that. So I'm just seeing now in the last 3 months, I've been seeing a lot of the work that I've done kind of just play out and seeing how that's kind of carrying through.
So what, 2026 is your year?
Every year's my year.
I mean, I'm missing That's why to get it out.
Shall I say? But,
Rubbish.
so yeah, it's been interesting. So it's going to be interesting to see what's to come. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what's to come. Grateful for what's here.
And Darky?
Yeah, man's been good. You know what I'm saying? Last 3 months have been all right, you know?
All right.
Tell the truth.
Huh?
You're being vague.
Yeah, no, last months have been okay, you know? Had a little trip away,
There we go.
which was lovely.
Man went to go and see some things.
Yeah.
Went to
you know
go
what I'm
and
saying?
see
Went to the
some-
Philo,
There we go.
Philippines, which is amazing, and then obviously had a little 4 days in Japan as well, which was good. Got to see the samurai man them. Do you know what I'm saying?
That must be lit still. That must be so lit. We've been talking about that since we was kids, bro.
Yeah, I know, 100%.
That must be so
It
sight.
was good to see. But all I can say is Japan is structured, controlled, orderly, and efficient. That's what
Yeah.
I'd put it in a nutshell.
Okay.
Just that.
Well, do you like it though?
Yes, I like Japan. I like the convenience.
Yeah.
I like the respect that the people have.
Okay.
I did see some good human interaction at the eateries after work, but bar that I didn't see much of it. But I guess I didn't mingle in with the people enough to know that. You know what I'm saying? I think if I had a social circle out there, I
If
might
you had a
have
little bit
seen
more
that.
time as well.
At the time, yeah, so it's true. Day,
doing
4
a
days,
straight
4
tourist.
different
It's a
cities.
straight tourist thing, innit?
Yeah, so in the eateries after, I got to see them like Japanese people laughing and joking with each other, which was good because I didn't see that outside of that, even though I was just walking around in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you can rent flipping cars from a vending machine over there.
What's
in Tokyo.
What?
You can rent a car from a vending machine. That's what I'm saying.
They ain't too far from China.
Vending machine.
I ain't too far. They ain't too far from China, bro. Because my feed just tells me bare stuff that's going on in China. It's just telling you how shit your life is. That's what it is. It's just constantly a reminder of your life is shit. You can go to a hospital and pay for anything, operation, a kind of GP appointment antibiotics, medicine, and get all of that within 4 or 5 hours at any hospital in places in China. But here, you have to go get a consultation. Then you find out what's wrong with you with a blood results about 2 weeks later. Then if those 2 weeks is detrimental to you, things could have got worse.
So now we're gonna do another one.
Yeah, exactly. So you get blood results within like 45 minutes. So
That's crazy.
yeah, so stuff like that. My reels, my algorithm on my Instagram and stuff like that is just showing you, your life over here in the West ain't all up. It's meant to be. All what it's cut out to be. Yeah. But I'm a dad now.
Nice. Yes, I was gonna say, how about you, Mr. Parda?
Yeah,
Life's different. But I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah?
I'm really enjoying it.
Is there any aspects of it in particular?
Everything, bro. It's something new every day. All right, don't. Just step inside. Yeah. That door. Oh, put your foot on the bottom.
Let me go.
No, put your foot on the bottom. There we go.
Just give it a kick.
Yeah, because it's slightly out of a line.
Okay, just give it a kick.
Everything they're bringing. See, look, I'm a dad, and you probably don't even
can't
notice,
see
or
it.
you won't see what's going on in the background. Yeah,
Me
they're
neither.
bringing all the apparatus to have a child up here. Yeah, put your foot back on the bottom again. Pull it close and up. There we go.
Oops.
And up. There you go. And close the other door, bro.
Call in here.
Keep the heat inside.
Call.
Where are they? Okay, you can sit here, innit? This is out of camera view, innit? Yeah.
Calm in here still.
All right, yeah. Once you're in, you're good.
Yeah, man. You got a bedroom off screen. Zarel's here. Be quiet. Well, yeah, you heard him there, but he might chime in every so often, but it'll be off camera. Come up to see the you. As I was saying, yeah, dad life. So everything's changed. Everything is not about me and everything is about the child. And I was just reminded that about 20 minutes ago when Darky came. Come with presents for my child, come presents for my other half, but nothing for me. That's the life that we're used to now as dads. Everything is about the child.
Hey, I got you that drink though. The peach drink. Look at the drink I got him though.
Man, he couldn't even tell me what the drink
Last
was.
minute thing, a peach drink.
Couldn't even tell me what the
It's
juice
Japanese
was.
though.
I can't even tell what the juice is. What is this?
It's a Japanese drink.
Water, sugar, concentrated peach. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. Like, nonsense. But anyway, yeah, life's a good dad life. You might have heard that in the background. She's here, but you're not going to be on camera because I ain't spreading my child on the internet.
Nah, that's crazy,
That's
isn't
crazy.
it? Hey, see what you can do with AI now as well with the children. There's loads of stuff
I've
coming out.
got
and all the
some
rest
jokes
of it.
videos that come up on my reel all the time, feed all the time because her now that AI babies, bro.
Oh yeah.
I think
yeah.
I might have sent you it.
Yeah.
It's mad, bro. What you can do with your child now on AI, you can get them to do all reenactions of movies and all sorts.
I've been saying this.
Face moving, eyes, everything like perfectly in line with the words from the movies that you want out there. Bro. I'll show you.
I was seeing a video of this kid. I thought it was I got shown a video and I was like, that looks
Mission
like an AI.
Impossible.
I'll show you all the time.
I'm gonna. Or one of the old Bruce Lee movies.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
hey,
kind of thing.
I'm going to buckle up enough people. Oh, hey, that's different levels.
Yeah, all it is like the first month, obviously, everybody knows it's difficult because no sleep. Yeah. It's kind of brand new, getting used to everything. Everything's 100 miles an hour and she's throwing everything at you. Like, you're just like, this is a new human that I actually own her. Like, this is actually mine. Nobody else is meant to be any in charge of her. It's like, what do I actually do? That was between the both of us. But we have a huge village. And I'm very lucky. I'm not going to say this is like everybody else has this kind of opportunity to have what we have. My next door neighbor is infatuated with her and we've been close together ever since they've moved in. So if I need a little bit of time, just a little respite, she's like, oh my God, yeah, I'll take her for 2-3 hours. You can get a nap in. That 2-hour nap, God
Does wonders, isn't it?
Like parenting is easy when you have sleep. When you have sleep and you can think clearly, parenting is quite easy. Like, I'm not saying that everything is smooth sailing, but you have time to sit down, concentrate. You can actually understand what's going on around you. When you're sleep deprived and exhausted, now you understand real parenting.
That's when it's difficult.
And I even had that level yet, because at the end of the day, I'm the dad. I get to go to work. I don't necessarily have to be with her. I don't have to night feed. I don't have to do all these different things. Like mum, it's different things, right? You have to understand that. You have to really take your hat off for mums because you don't understand what half of the battle is during the day. Nighttime is the real battle as a parent, because you're getting into cycles, you're getting them into routines. Like they wake up in the middle of the night, they could mess up their all clothes, shit up the whole place.
Right,
You're
you
sleep
gotta
deprived,
get
3 a.m. in the morning. You
Got to deal with it. Yeah. Don't matter how you feel, what you're thinking.
You can't tell anybody any of these things more than like living it. Do you understand? As soon as you've lived it, then you can kind of understand it. But before that, you ain't got the foggiest. You ain't got the clue. You ain't got a clue. Like that's what we ain't had a clue. You think you know stuff, not until you become a parent. Trust me.
Yes or no? I think it's a bit different though, because you grew up in like you was a only child.
Yeah.
We had bare siblings. I had babies coming through,
after them.
so I had to look. You know
A
what I'm
little
saying?
snippet, but still not to that degree.
Not to that degree, yeah, obviously not to that degree.
You're right. You're definitely right. But that maternal instinct.
Oh yeah, obviously I'm not gonna have that maternal instinct. Yeah, I'm never gonna have
level
that.
of attachment. Like even like the slightest murmur in the night. Is she turned her head to sleep on her front now? Can she breathe? You snapped out of your sleep. Like the maternal instinct just makes you wake up and want to look at her. Oh, she's fine. Oh shit! Now I've got to get back in my sleep pattern. Now I've got to go fall asleep again. Do you know what I mean? Those little things. I don't think anybody can explain that to you until you. Do you understand? Yeah. So, but yeah, it's enjoyable, man. It's fun, and obviously it's only 3 months, if that, 10 weeks, and she's already got her head up. Like she's looking around everywhere, trying to throw herself forward, trying to sit up. She's talking to us already, and she's only 10 weeks. It's crazy. Yeah, it's going.
She's not actually saying words, by the way, people, because I mean you're gonna see that and be like, oh, she's talking to you. How's she saying words?
Listen,
Actual words, bro.
My time is changing now.
No word of a lie. You ain't too far from the truth. I'm not gonna bait nothing out, like no names or anything like that. Yeah, but one of my friends, I would say, quite young, the Gen Z type of friends. When I said she was talking to us, she goes, "Oh, what? She's saying mummy and daddy already."
See, that's what I'm saying. That's
so
why
I mean.
That's why I throw a disclaimer in there, because I know there's going to be some individuals.
There's that level of naivety out there, bro. There's that level of naivety, and I'm like, God, yeah.
We should clip that bit and just leave it with that bit. Let's see if anyone says anything. Just don't say, clip it before I say what my little disclaimer. Let's see if anyone makes any comments. She can't be talking at 3 months. Let's see if they don't comments.
It's stupid, bro. It's dumb. But yeah, she's talking. She's replying to you. Speak to her, she's going and going. She's telling you what she wants. Like I don't think she cries much for like a newborn baby. In my opinion, she probably cries maybe like 2 or 3 times in the week. Do you understand?
Man,
like,
that's not a lot at all.
Yeah. So she tells you what
I'm
she wants.
clearing that in the morning as a baby. I was clearing that in the morning as a baby. So you're telling me that? Yeah, that's real good.
She just tells you what she wants. She's giving you like proper vocal sound loud. As soon as she's got what she wants, she shut up. Straight away.
That's all right.
Like the funny thing, before we move on to something else, we were in town yesterday, and obviously you have a buggy, you set out the buggy, hang the bag off the back of the buggy when you're pushing it, this, that, the other, yeah? The bag was just touching the top of her head because she was like laid down in the buggy like that, and the bag touched her head. All we heard was, it was like, what's going on? We just put you in the buggy, bro. Like, we thought you was all calm and that. Next minute, you see the bag is just resting on the top of her head slightly. That you move the bag, silence.
No,
so I'm telling you, she tells you what she wants. She's like, yeah, this is what I need. As soon as you do, I'm calm.
Yeah,
like,
I'm sweet.
Good.
Yeah, that's
but I think it's because we don't baby her. Like, I'm sorry, she's a baby, but we don't talk to her in that goo goo gaga voice. And you do that to her, I kind of fall out with you. Like,
you don't bring no stiffness around my baby.
Because I'll be like, yeah. But if you continuously keep doing it, I'll be like, please, can you stop doing that? And I feel good because my child, I can tell you to stop doing it. Other people, when I see it, it actually still annoyed me because I think like you're doing no favors for your child because that's not the voice you're going to talk to them with when they start to little bit of come of age and you're actually having conversations with them. Because if you do, you've built a rod for your back, trust me. Because when they actually start fighting back to you and you've not got that little voice to talk to them because you're vexed, they're not going to listen to you because they expect to hear this and then they're like, oh, they can't take that seriously because they were never used to you talking to them normally. So there we go. So don't talk to her in no baby voice, please. Okay. Just talk to her normally. Because she don't even reply to you. She won't reply to you. She'll just be like, okay, what's going on there? And you talk to her normal and then she'll like start smiling. She'll start bouncing around because she's like, this is the voice patterns that I know.
I'm used to.
I'm used to, innit? But yeah, that's the dad segment.
Right.
Oh, you'll be hearing far much more of that as life goes on because milestones and maybe when she's like maybe one, 2, maybe you might see her, but we'll see.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. Mum might have a different idea to me. You know what I mean? She got 2 parents. I've got one say and she might come up with something else.
So I'm a picking nut going on there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So anyway.
Over the 3 months, boy, the world has changed, hasn't it, for you?
3 months, bro. We've been. I think we've actually not did a pod since the 2 weeks after we came back from St. Lucia.
Nah, we have done pod since then.
You think?
Yeah, I know.
Really?
We have to.
Either way.
Me and you done pod.
Oh yeah. So you haven't been on the pod. That's what it is. Yeah. So welcome back, Darky.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Welcome back. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
But since then, as I was saying, we've been going through a lot of madness in this world, bro. Fucking
By yourself on that one.
All day.
This guy's just doing nonsense. I watch this guy just do foolishness. I won't even listen to.
All right then. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. No, money.
I was gonna move it as well. You paid me. All right, cool.
Anyway, yeah, but we're going mad. I can't even fill my tank of petrol, bro. Do you know how much it costs for your diesel tank up now? It's dark.
Diesel's crazy.
It's dark, fam. Like, I have to sell my car this month. I'm selling my car. I'm getting a petrol car. I said I can't do it no more. Diesel's a joke. Leave that one. Pack that one up. It's like 166 or something, or 169 in certain places, bro. That I think it cost me £72 to fill my tank up.
What was it normally?
It was between 49 and
That's an
55.
insane jump. That jump is for gazy.
Yeah,
100%.
Because you're saying like, oh yeah, 60 something now to fill my tank up.
Yeah, it's
for
extra
70
£25
but it was
minimum.
like 60, late 50s. I'm like,
What's
cool,
it-
but
how
you're
much
talking
it
what?
cost? There we go, £60. And what's your litre? You don't know? Let's call it a 182. Something. Mine's a 2. Mine's a 2 litre. So I'm having to drop down in litre size. Dad car, family car.
Yeah, family
petrol.
car and that.
Yeah, patterns. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
different.
true.
Like different now, but the fact that this diesel was pushed me even more. I'm like, yeah, I was doing it anyway, but now,
Yeah, but now it's
I'm
quick. Now it's urgent.
definitely doing
Before it
End
was
of
like,
this
oh yeah,
month-
let me do it.
End of this month is done. I'm gonna get rid of diesel car. I'm no longer doing that.
What's that all in relation to? Why is that all happening?
You know why that is.
No, educate me. I ain't been on social media. I ain't even got social media on my phone right now. Like I'm not tied
He's a
in.
good guy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man.
I've been screaming in his name, bro. That's my dog.
Donald Trump, man out here saving the planet,
Come
starting
on.
wars with people.
Yeah,
Come
me.
on.
For the greater good. For the Anglo-Saxon Eurocentric people. For the greater good.
Right.
But any other things, yeah, we're just fucking a war at the end of the day.
It's just another war then.
It's just another war.
On-
Every time there's another war, prices go up. Everyone has to pay the bill.
yeah.
For every bullet shot, every shell shot, every ship moved, we've got to pay the bill.
Yeah.
The Strait of Hormuz got shut over Iran's side. I'm not trying to break it down into depth. If you want to go watch your Western propaganda, BBC, they'll tell you in some depth. I'm not here to save people's lives. At the end of the day, it started a war with Iran. They shut the Strait of Hormuz. Oil prices have gone up because they said you're not getting the same oil services as we would before. The barrels are not getting through.
Okay.
If you don't pay in USD and you pay in yuan, you get to go through. If you disregard your US and Israel ambassadors, you get to go through. Simple as.
Good job.
Simple as. That is it.
Yeah, that is a good job. That's what the rest need to be doing.
strong
Everywhere else
arm in
needs to
the
be doing the same thing.
We live in the West, so we're feeling it. That's what it is. We live in the West. We're part of the man. They're not looking. I can't lie. They don't look at us as the part of the problem, but we're here. So
Yeah. We do the consequences of
day.
those behaviors.
yeah. But we warned this when Trump first came into power. We were saying we were going to have a fun 4 years, and this has only been a year.
Yeah.
It's only been a year. So we knew it was going to be entertaining. And entertaining doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be enjoyable.
All fun.
Yeah.
It just means that there's going to be charades.
a lot of, what do they call it? Swings and
Roundabouts.
Swings and roundabouts. Yeah, a lot of swings and roundabouts. That's what
roller
it is.
coaster
We're just
of a
gonna be
ride.
hitting curveballs every other week and lied to constantly. And if you believe it, you believe it. You're stupid if you do, because they've told you they're PDFs now. So
Yeah, it's only going to progressively get worse.
Even that. Some people don't even believe that.
yeah, the files came out, half of it. If you don't want to believe it, don't believe it. That's up to you. But they've told you the truth now, so you got to get on with it.
When did those drop?
January.
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 When's the last time you guys properly heard about that?
Yeah, but listen,
I'm taken over from the war, innit?
no, but the war was part of it.
that was the war.
The war was the
It was
catalyst.
a distraction
Just a little bit
to
distraction. I
move
don't
them on.
think it's a
Move
so we
distraction.
don't double down. I think it's all orchestrated.
It's
It's
all
all under the
orchestrated.
same umbrella.
100%.
Yeah.
That's just so people don't double down, because if there's nothing big going on, that's the main thing that people are going to focus on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now people's like, oh, the war started, my life's affected, I can't travel,
Now,
etc.
but what I feel sorry for is the man them like my brethren here. He's off camera, wants to go to Dubai.
I don't go there.
What are you talking about?
You want to go there?
Yeah, man. All right, cool. You don't care now, but maybe this time last year. You
I
might
can't
have
believe
thought
what he
slightly
said. I
different.
can't believe you said that because you ate in McDonald's.
Someone come step to man, I don't care.
Say no more, man. Stand your ground. Stand your ground.
Man's hungry, man's hungry.
Yeah, fairs.
Hey, I respect that. I respect if you're gonna just stand by your ground. But the Dubai man, I feel sorry for them, man. The influencers and all that. I slightly do.
Why?
because they were the one that brought the lie, hook, line, and sinker all these years, innit, of thinking that Dubai was ever safe when you're literally your worst enemy is just a river away. More or less, innit? But they never thought of it that way. Now the place is getting kind of missile shrapnel falling on Dubai and Saudi Arabia and these places. They're understanding that they were never safe in the first place. It was a facade.
Yeah.
However, it's all for the greater good, in my opinion. I'm going to sound like a radicalist, but the US control of the world, it's been overdue for it to fall down anyway. So it's been well overdue. And my plan was always just never to be in... We're going to live in the West because unfortunately the Caribbean is in the West. But it's not a Western-backed society and a Western-backed kind of power, CONCAF in itself. We've got a lot of turncoats in there, like the Trinidadian president and the Jamaican president, Mr. Holness, just selling out everything.
Anything and everything, boy.
Did you see what they did?
All over Ross Clark Beach.
Not even that. The worst of the worst is the fact that they cut off the deal with Cuba, innit? They had a medical deal for the last 50 years with Cuba to have medical physicians come back and forth to do like eye, opticians, teeth, dentistry, all that. All of that gone. Because America put a bit of pressure on Jamaica, and he said, "What would you rather me choose one deal with Cuba over the global economy?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, because at the end of the day, the global economy is crashing."
That's about to be done,
so. But yeah, that's what's happening over there. But my plan was always to go back home and live out there, because in my head, it's real living. Because we all see when everything starts to get real expensive, like we started with the diesel, that's going to be everything soon. So, yeah. It's mad.
Another set of inflation. It's next wavelength of inflation, so they can bump everything up quickly.
Damn right.
But I think, like I said, I do think it was all orchestrated to timed so that we can then be distracted from what's been going on as in Epstein files, because there's been nothing changing. Nothing's changed.
Give me your genuine thing, what you would do with that information, though.
What do you mean? As a people?
Yeah, go on.
Everyone stops paying taxes, everyone stops going to work, and we only do the essentials. So NHS workers, everybody's looking after the hospitals, making sure that we can function as a society, as in like we're able to eat, sleep, drink, get our water. Everything that needs to function is being done. Everything outside of that,
and now
everything outside of that,
genuinely, do you believe that will actually happen?
I mean, it depends, because we've seen it already happen in places. Italy's already started doing it.
Italy?
Yeah, Italy.
That woman's a right wingish. She's a facade. That's a woman. That president of that country there is Trump's friend.
No, but I'm saying the Italian people have been doing that.
Yeah, but your system is
I'm not talking about a president doing that. I'm talking about the people doing that.
That's nice.
The Italian people have done that.
Until you turn that government over, in my opinion, you ain't done
but
shit.
we've seen that already in Nepal last year. Was it Nepal?
Yeah, it was
Nepal last year. So we saw what happened with Nepal.
But
that's how they started.
They're still sanctioned by the IMF.
That's fine though. But
That's
what I think over here.
Sorry, I'm pessimist that way. And until that's gone, this means nothing, in my opinion. I
feel like over here, with like the information that we got, right, and now people have it, and the more people discover it, because people don't believe it initially, they hear it, they cut it off. But more collectively, people are like, wait, we're paying these people to eat and kill our children.
Yeah.
We're paying these people to eat and kill our children. Eventually, enough people will start, and then those type of things, what Jamal's saying.
No. I'm being a devil's advocate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm aware. So I'm seeing it as, I already know what your thought process is.
Sorry, I'm a waste man.
He's just being a devil's advocate.
I'm a waste man.
What if? I'm like, well, here's the what ifs, because we're already seeing it work in other societies.
It's happening.
Because at the end of the day, most people don't believe the things that are going on in front of them.
Yeah. It's like even Vietnam. We had the same thing in Vietnam. Vietnam had an uprising. They tried to put the digital IDs in front in Vietnam. Vietnam was like, yeah, okay, no. And then they was like, well, we're going to sanction you. None of you guys are going to be able to use banks. I was like, okay.
Not going to use the banks.
So
they have to turn.
Do you see what I'm saying? So like they have to figure something out. So it's possible. And the things at the top are only able to be at the top because the things at the bottom are where they are at the bottom. You don't build a house starting from the top. You build a house from the bottom up. So if the bottom crumbles and that foundation crumbles, the top crumbles. So it has to, the bottom, the foundations have to be shaken for the top to change and for the top to shift.
I agree.
So it's not, we expecting the top to then change. It's like, why am I living in my penthouse, having a good life, and you want me to change? You want me to start having my penthouse and my good life for you peasants? Nah, I'm not going to do that. It doesn't make sense. So you can't expect that for like individuals or presidents or whatever, like those who are representation of the system, to then change the system. That's stupid.
Why would they change the system that's working for them?
Exactly, that's stupid, and that they're benefiting from.
I still think they're the ones that are even in control of the system. I still think they're the ones that are the kind of
no, they're the face of it.
Yeah, they're the overseers.
Yeah.
How I see it. Yeah.
They're enforcers. I wouldn't even see them overseers. I wouldn't even call them overseers. They're enforcers. They are people who's been put in position to enforce certain things.
And what's dark is that you've got the rest of us around us who like to live that kind of life, or who aspire to live that life will knock you off and kill you just to get there as well, innit?
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, enforcers of the
Remember,
nature.
rerun the system, man.
That ain't gonna happen.
We run the system. We're the cogs and nuts and bolts.
I don't think
yeah.
running the system is conducive for humans because there's inherently greed in us.
I think you're missing what Darky's saying. We literally
run the system. We are the system.
Yeah.
They just tell us what to do.
I
and
think
we listen. Like,
So
okay.
we make the system run. So
No,
we're
I understand what you're talking about because money and all that doesn't really exist in the grand scheme of things. But I don't want to explain that into too much depth. There's too many things out there to go and look and find if you really want to find that out, innit? But before I put my full hat on and go too far in depth in that, innit? End of the day, all it is consciousness. Consciousness is wealth. Yeah. Whatever you're focusing on is what real is wealth. Because you understand, if you focus something hard, create something, and it was created to the nth degree, and you sell it to someone, the sale, people believe that's the wealth. But if you didn't create it and put your consciousness and your concentration to create that, you have nothing to sell.
Yes.
Do you understand? Consciousness is the wealth side of it, innit? And they've figured a way to be able to distract everybody constantly. So your consciousness is going all over the place. Do you understand? So you're not focusing on one thing to create anything, to make anything worth, to change. Do you understand?
why there's a war on your attention span and why we want to be
That's
not
why
focused.
your attention span's mash up and we're always on phones and scrolling and blah, 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 blah. So what I want to understand, do you think we'll be able to get a level of consciousness for people to be focused on things enough to be able to get that change? Because there's so many kind of like, how do I say it, things out in the world that are so nice to go and get that aren't really beneficial to us, but we're so distracted on getting it, but they're still good for us. I can't lie. Going on a holiday to like an all-inclusive place to go and get smashed and enjoy yourself. I'm not going to say not to do it. Do you understand? But at the end of the day, the grand scheme of things, you doing that allows this system to carry on the way it is. Do you know what I mean? Because you're paying into all of the same systems that keep us where we are. How do you get someone to say, fuck that, I'm going to let that go, and to go and suffer for, let's say, 4 to 5 years to be able to see the difference in the whole system to actually get the benefit out of it? Do you understand? Because my brethren here don't think like us. And I will never tell you not to go and enjoy yourself on a holiday. There you go. Do you understand? But without that, with that going on, most of the time you won't be able to get what we need to go on at the other side to say, fuck these men and exploiting us and be able to go. Because at the end of the day, you should never have to go to pay to go to a beach to enjoy yourself. Right. Enjoyment should be free. Right. Fun should be free. Why am I going to work to earn just to be happy? Right. What is that at the end of the day? In grand scheme of things, people think that you have to go and earn your happiness and you can just be vexed and angry because that's a part of life. Right. It's really meant to be the other way around. Right. But because people have concentrated so much of trying to get going on holiday or getting a nice car or getting a house, how are you meant to get them out of that consciousness to get where Jamal was trying to say?
I hear you. So it all comes with the credibility of what they're being told. So once we've established that these people are no good, their credibility of everything that they've sold us then becomes obsolete. So then we don't buy into the shit. And then we stop and we come together and we realize what they're putting in front of us. And we say, fuck that. We're not doing that. But it has to come to that point. Do you know what I'm saying? And it has slowly, but as you said, there's so much distraction. That's why these lot are masters at their game. That's why they'll release the Epstein files, they'll start a war, they'll do this shit here, because that's another thing that brings you back to them, brings your attention, that consciousness that we have to use back to them. And then we're still doing the shit. It's like, oh, look at all this madness going on. There's so much chaos going on. I need to just get away and go on holiday. I need to just go and drink. I need to just do this. I need to numb myself down so I can cope and do the day to day. I got to fucking pay my bills, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? To people who don't give a shit about you and are doing all this madness. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're seeing it slowly but surely, but it's like trickling, you know, like a fucking water droplet. Little drops bit by bit, and it's slowly breaking that surface, that concrete surface.
Same thing you're saying there.
Bit by bit.
They did that to us to get us in this mode that we are as well. They drip fed the life that we're living now. So what one is dripping more? San, which one is dripping faster?
I feel like it's dripped so much through, right? Like what they've given us, it's been so much that everyone's got to the point where I think regardless of what they do now, there's only one direction.
Yeah.
I think we're already at the fucking bottom.
I hope, bro.
We've been at the bottom.
I'm about to put my radical brain on in a sec. Go on, get your part out, Jay, before I get this next one out.
What was the question? Answer the question again, please.
So I believe there's too many distractions in this world at this time of genuine, reasonable distractions to get people to be able to consciously focus on one goal to be able to get us out of this global system that we're in right now.
I don't think we need to all be focusing on one goal per se. We all just need to focus on ourselves and actually then take accountability and responsibility in ourselves.
I wanted you to go there.
So
the radical brain is ready. It's ready to go. It's ready.
Because what we're doing is going, if you guys all do this, then we all get to live this. But it's not about if you guys all do this. If each individual does what they need to do within themselves to then stop perpetuating a cycle, then that cycle then stops being perpetuated.
I hear what you're saying.
So even like you got people in this room ourselves who are making necessary changes. We're doing what we need to do in order for us to no longer play part in certain system. If let's say like 100,000 people each year do that then takes 100,000 people out of the system. Do you know what I'm saying? So then slowly that is already having an impact because now they have less people that they have control over and are now taking themselves out of their environments and stop prepared. Yeah. So with time, we're already seeing the catalyst of with time, it's already making a difference. We just haven't seen the compounding effects yet because it hasn't gone for long enough.
Okay.
So with like, it's not a thing of, how do we get them to think and see things from our awareness? It's just the same way, like, bro, a few years ago, you used to say that all of this stuff, when us lot used to chat this stuff, was a load of rubbish. Enough exposure then gave you enough awareness then goes, let me look into this myself, that then got you to this point where we are at now. Do you see what I'm saying? Exposure. So it all just comes down to exposure. We're being exposed to it. Yeah, they distract us from what they're being exposed to, but we don't forget. So with enough exposure, enough times not being distracted. How many times do our brains are wired to see patterns? So we'll see patterns and go, how many times, after a little while, how many times are you going to run the same script? I've seen the script, like I already know what comes next. Like how many times you do a big event and then a war happens. You do a big event and then a war happens. Like how many times are you going to run that? So then with time, you then start questioning like, all right, cool. So what's going on here? So it's just exposure. And then with exposure, you'll have the relevant information that will then go, all right, cool, let me question this. And then you have the awareness that then allows you to then make the relevant changes for yourself. And then that will then take you out of that system, which is just one less person. So I think that although it's dripping, there's also a leak that's also happening on their side of things. So there's a leak that's happening on their side of things. We ain't got a leak. So although they're pouring into the same pool and they're on their side there's a leak and they're leaking out, whereas it's just building on the other side of things. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
So I think it's just with time, unfortunately, it's not happening as quickly as I would prefer, that I would like.
Right.
Me?
Quick question.
Go on.
To your question, innit? What's the goal?
What's the goal?
That's a good
All right,
question.
this is where my radical side comes.
Good question.
Very good question.
My radical side, I'm going to come up with it now. I'm not a racist. I guess I am, slightly, because they'll call us racist. I guess I am. Because what I'm about to say, they'll say I'm a racist, but I truly believe white people were like the best people to lie to and push this mission out there. And they're the main reasons why things aren't changing so quickly. Yeah? So if they really truly just gave up on this facade that they've been told for so long about your Western Anglo-Saxon religion is the way that the world should have been run. You lot are on a pedestal higher than other people. You are more intelligent. Your society and culture was better than other people's. That's why you went around the world and tried to tell people that theirs was demonic and everyone was as bad. When people start to understand that was absolute nonsense, and white people understand that's absolute nonsense, things will start to change. Until we've got them on our side, I believe, things won't change in the Western side. Hence why I think all of us should be working to get out of the West, because this has never been for us. Leave it to them to crash and burn. and build up our own societies, because that's where the real resources are. You cannot build a society where there is no resources. The West has nothing. US have nothing. Britain has nothing. Europe struggles with most stuff. Where we come from is where everything is actually getting siphoned from. So why the hell are we here trying to build a society here when everything that we need is not here and it's back where we actually came from? That's my end goal and has always been my plan.
So the goal is for basically able to go back home.
You should be. You should be working this.
But what is it? No, what is it? That person don't want to go back home.
That's your problem.
Let
Stay
them
here.
stay
Stay
and crash
here.
and burn,
There's a
man.
majority of people that wouldn't want
And that's the facade that you've been sold to stay here. That's what we're trying to get onto. You trying to say, like, you need to understand that just because you've been told to stay here and you think money is the monetary system to work and stay here and think that's the way of living, when that crashes around you and they look at you different and they don't look at you like you're one of them, what are you gonna do?
They don't look at us as one of them.
Okay.
Right, and that's what the system.
So it's up to just keep going and just.
You do,
At the end of the day,
But there's a
you just have to just keep striving and doing your own thing.
but do you want? That's what I say. If you want to stay here, stay here. I'm not gonna scream and shout at you to come and follow me, but I'm telling you the best option most likely isn't here for you because they're gonna keep trying to siphon resources to make this place look like it's the place worth living.
Cool. So this is like this. Like obviously, you said you want the Engels to go back home. There's a lot of people that don't even have family back home. Then what?
That's not your problem, bro.
So
But it is their problem.
Hold-
Where they going to?
Home, bro.
Home.
To do what?
To
They've got
build
go
up
there.
You can buy.
themselves, start their
You're
own
in the
family.
West right now. Let me. Alright, cool. You're in the West right now. You're in the
Everyone they know
best.
is here.
Huh?
Everyone they know is here or around here.
Everyone I know is here is
get to
around
know
here.
people.
Family or what?
No, not necessarily. They're all
have-
older
you have-
people.
yeah,
They're all the older heads.
there's still
I'm
something
still
here.
going to build the younger. I'm going to try and bring people with me.
You're
Yeah.
gonna try to bring people with you and try
Yeah.
to build it in. I hear you're the linchpin, not the linchpin, but like you're the starter.
So yeah.
But there's other people that are gonna be like, I don't have no family in. Let's just say.
But that's the
But
problem with.
Barbados,
I think that's the main problem
So
of
what am I
the.
going home to?
You've
I'm
got
not even born
to.
there.
You've got to. I wasn't born there either. You've
But you
got.
still got family there.
Yeah, but I only went and found the family. If I didn't literally go back to St. Lucia a fair few times and go and reconnect to them, they wouldn't look at me as family, really. They'll just look at me as the tourist type. And I'm coming back here just to kind of enjoy the weather and go back to the West. I'm trying to say, you're in the West right now. All the people like us, we have the best opportunities to accumulate the capital between each other. It's not about going back home and doing things singularly. It's you're with me, you're with me, you're with me. Fiona's with me. If she wants to come, Ella's with me. And we can accumulate all this money, put it together. You don't have to go to Jamaica. You could go to Barbados. You could go to Antigua. You could go to the Gambia, where most people are selling land for cheap right now. And you can literally build things from the money you've made from the West, I'm trying to say.
Basically, I'm gonna say maybe the black community should take the leave out of people like the Indians and the Chinese and all stick together.
You've already, the blueprint's there. The
But
blueprint's
black
there.
People are never gonna do that.
That's they're not. No. The facade of
It
what
might
you.
be like 2 out of 10.
No. Listen to what you're saying. Listen to what you're saying, though. That's what we've been sold. Yes, that's fine. What we think now,
That's
but
been sold
what?
for years.
Huh?
It's been sold for years and it's gonna continue going for years.
Yeah. But you have to have somebody to initially start the conversation to get something to change.
Why don't I go to Barbados so I can get myself from work?
And that's fine, bro. That's fine.
perfectly
Because
good.
I'm
That's
telling
okay.
you that system is not gonna last for too much longer. And then unfortunately you're gonna have to probably just
But it's been lost.
carry on. It's lasting to a certain extent, innit? Because of what happened. And if I can break it down a little bit more, 1972, America changed the monetary system from gold to bonds and war, and I can print as much money as I want. So they basically took the cap off everything, so everybody could become rich. Everybody could make as much as they want. But unfortunately, when you keep printing, that the value of that money drops because it's spread too far thin. We've got to that stage now where everyone's feeling a bit more of the crunch. House prices are going up, but we can't afford them. Where do you think that expects us to go when salaries aren't going up alongside it?
See the people higher than us, they don't care.
No, you.
Oh, me?
You.
But I'm living for the now. I don't even know what you just said.
Yeah, but you can't live for the now if you can't afford the now.
True, I hear it.
If your salary's not.
You have to plan for the future. I hear it.
Yeah, if your salary's not going up
But a
alongside
lot
the
of people don't plan for the
inflation.
future. A lot of people don't plan for the future.
Unfortunately,
A lot of people
what I
don't-
started off with this pod is I'm not here to save everybody.
Yeah, true. You've got to save yourself and the people around you.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of people that they don't even know what
And I feel sorry for them,
People struggle
unfortunately.
on a weekly basis.
I feel sorry for them because they're not trying to think further ahead. And I switch back to my radical brain. I say again, until unfortunately white people, European people start to realize that this system was never built for them either. It's not gonna change and work out in the West. So my best opportunity for people like us
Get it while you can.
is to get out while you can. Because by the time we reach the ages of 55, 60, this is too late. It's not gonna be looking like what we're looking like now. That diesel price might not come down. Do you understand? That petrol price might not come down.
It's just gonna be people are looking and are like, this is normal.
But you can't be normal.
It's like house prices, even though it's
Right now,
high, people are looking at
right now, you've probably realised that it's not even normal to be able to afford that diesel tank on the most people's salary at this moment in time. So we're kind of trying to get used to it now because we believe that there's an end to this war going on over there. But if people start panicking and feel like, right, this is not going anywhere and it's going to go up and up and up. You know what comes after that? Civil war. Like riots. People actually get too much pressure. They get down too much pressure on their back and thinking, what the hell can I do? So civil war breaks out. And that is what Iran and most of them people in Israel and that are banking on to happen over here in the West, you know. They're thinking that we're going to bankrupt ourselves enough for us to just implode. And
do you think that's gonna happen?
I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. But that's what a lot of these professionals are trying to bank on it, just that the other.
Do you mind if I chime in?
Go on.
You said what is the goal? I personally don't think the goal really should be or is the goal that they have, or what Fabian said was the goal. I don't know if that's darky. I think the goal should be freedom and sovereignty. So it doesn't matter where you are, but you're free of the system. So you're able to fend for yourself, you're able to look after yourself, you're able to look after your people.
You talk about financial freedom or just freedom in general?
Everything. So in order to be free, you must be financially free. In order to be free, you have to be financially free. In order to be financially free, that's the only way you can get to freedom. Yeah, cool. So that's a theory, because that's a theory, and you're basing that off of what we've experienced previously, not what we're yet to experience. So you're going off of, this is what I've experienced previously. Yeah, this is what's happening right now, and this is what has happened previously. So therefore, no one's going to experience that in the future. But things can change, and if people make a decision to change, and we're seeing people are making a decision to change. For instance, the lifestyle you're living right now, is that a lifestyle you want to be living in 10 years? No. Okay, then why not?
Shit.
Okay, so you want your own sense of freedom, you want your own sense of sovereignty, right? So anybody in your situation, do you think that's the same for themselves?
100%.
So they're all working.
Doesn't mean that they're gonna hit it.
Hold on, but they're all 100%. So they're all working towards that, right? So if everyone's working towards that collectively rather than individually, now that changes, right?
But are you talking about but see how you're saying collective? You're talking about the black community then, basically.
I'm talking about all communities.
Because so they're the black community that don't do things collectively. Majority of the time, if you was to say out really and truly, it's the Indians, the Chinese, they do things collectively.
Okay.
They do things smart. With the black people, it's all about fashion.
It's
all about cars.
I'd say that coming at a certain point. So if you look at our grandparents and maybe just the top end of our parents' range, there was a massive community.
And then we came
and then we've been fed a load of bullshit since we've been here, and then we've been divided. So it's literally all it is a reminder, and then we'll snap back. But if we keep telling each other as well, that shit's not going to work, and we're being told, you ain't going to do shit together. Whilst the Asian man, Indian man, other man are all together.
Yeah, they're living in the one
telling us the same thing, come to here.
They're living at Kings.
They're not sending it back home anymore.
Hold on.
Even living out here. Sorry, go on.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I think you are incorrect. So hold on. You said black people don't come together. What black people?
Huh?
What black people?
It's the black community.
What black community?
Us.
What
Us, because obviously Fabian's trying to do his part, but there's other people that out here that they're not doing the whole collective. Let's together.
My question is, where is the black community?
All over the world. But if we just talk about London,
so there's not really. You see what I'm saying? There's not actually a black community we're talking about specifically. Because when I go back home to St. Lucia, there's a black community of people that look after each other.
Okay.
They continuously look after each other. It may not be progressive to what I want.
Yeah.
But they look after each other. It's progressive in what they want for themselves. When you go into, I don't know what it's like when you go back home. What is there a community when you go back home?
Yeah, of course.
When you go back home to a thing, you get looked after. You know what I'm saying? So there's black communities. What we're talking about over here in the UK, personally, I don't see a black community. I see
individuals.
I see individuals. We see households, but there's no, like, when you go Berry Park, what do you expect to see? Asian people, because there's a community of people. You know, you can go there and there's a community of a group of people. We don't have black communities where we go, here's an area of just black people. Maybe an area of
in London.
I was about to say.
You've got Brixton, Peckham.
Yeah. multicultural though. They're still,
they're still
multicultural.
multicultural though, yeah.
They're not
Like,
black
not just-
communities. When you go into Berry Park, it is a Asian community.
Southall.
There is
Asian
only
community,
when you go into certain communities, it is Jewish communities. There is no if you are not Jewish, you want to step into that area. If you are in the area, you're going to be watched like a hawk. Everyone's going to be paying attention to you. Everyone comes out their houses, everything. So there is no community over here. So we can't build as a community if there's no community to build. There's not a community. So this is where Fabian's saying it's advantageous for us to take ourselves out of these environments and then put ourselves in areas where we can have community. Because over here, we don't have community. So if we take ourselves out of here, we then put ourselves in an environment where we have community. Now things change because the environment.
You know, there's a
has changed.
genuine reason why black people don't have businesses the same way that Asian and Chinese people do as well. You were not given loans. You weren't given loans, given buildings.
No, not even taught.
You were not equal. You weren't given the same loan as an Asian man if you went to the bank. You weren't given the loan, so you can't start the business. Yeah. So if these men, I think the first Indian business in England was made in like 18 something. The first black business in England was 1940s. So they've already got 100 to 80 to 100 years head start on us on business already in these countries. So a lot of those things aren't taught to us either. So it's annoying when we assume that we had an equal footing as well.
And even if it was taught, it wouldn't have mattered because we wasn't allowed. So we would go to the same thing with the exact same business plan, with that exact same conversation, and we would be denied the opportunity because of the skin color and the background that we come from, compared to the Asian or the Chinese, or which is just a subset. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing.
Same thing. So the other ethnic groups, they would be given opportunities. So you're talking about right now, we're basing the success of a group of people based off of what's happened, but we've come from being.
We're not on the equal playing.
We haven't been on the equal playing field.
They started here and we started here. So by the time they've got up here, we've barely got there. So, but anyway, carry on.
My thing is this: I think we can all experience freedom wherever, and I don't think we need to be here. You need to go home to experience freedom. It's going to be harder here, and it's going to take longer here, but there is freedom opportunities here as well. Me personally, I think it's best for individuals to take themselves out of being individuals, so you can create communities, and then you've got a group, and it's now easier, and you're living a better life, in my personal opinion, based on what I think is a better life. But what you're saying is most people don't aspire for that. A lot of people don't aspire for that. They just want to be good. They want to do it. They want to be good. My question is this: why do they want to do it on their ones? Where does that come from?
There's no trust.
Okay. You've been sent that though. You've been told that. I think
it's every, even if you was to talk to certain people, there's no trust.
No,
some people don't even trust their own family to start communities.
Guarantee you're right, but I'm trying to say, where has that rooted from?
I wouldn't be able to tell you, and I'm just looking from what I've seen, heard, and seen. You know, say I can't tell you it came from here specifically, but whenever you talk to, let's say, an older head generation, an older head black guy, he will tell you there is no community in the blacks. It is always the Asians and the Chinese, because they will stick together from young. It will be patterned from young. From the black community, it's never patterned from. Unless you have someone like yourself that's going to go to Barbados and try to pattern it for your side and your people, then a lot of other people are just going to firm it and just cool, I'm after me, but I learn to get my yard and do my thing.
My personal reason for that, I believe that we were sold and tried to follow somebody else's culture, and it was never ours to follow. So the black community are probably the worst community to pick up this democratic, get up and pull your bootstraps, go to work, kick your kids out at 18 years old, have to go and find a mortgage and split up. They tried to pick that European, Eurocentric culture up to a T, and we're still doing it now. It was never ours. So why, if you're trying to fix your community and your culture off somebody else's practices, it's never going to work. You must have Caribbean and African solutions for Caribbean and African problems. You don't go and pick up a European's or an Asian or South Americans' issues to sort out your issues. You need to go and find your culture, understand where you come from and how your people actually worked, and then you might have something to go forwards on. You keep trying to chase this fast life, which was never ours until we got shipped over on like original ships back in the day, and then Windrush and stuff like that, to come and fix another man's country. And then they think that you can kind of get in the facade of that, especially if that man's not going to allow you to be on the equal footing as the other people he's come to fix his country. That's what I've just come to understand it. You can't, as I say, you've got to come and understand your culture. Unfortunately, you haven't been home. There's so many of us that haven't been back home to even see a whole place that's just purely people that are like us. Do you understand? It's different, bro. Trust me, when you go home and you just see everyone's black and everyone's cool, and
you're no longer a black person, you're a person.
You're just a person, innit? Yeah, it feels different. And then you can think, I can understand why we're so fucking backwards, because we're literally trying to replicate England over here in the Caribbean and replicate America over in the Caribbean. It's crazy to me, bro. It's crazy, but...
May I ask this question as well? You said you was obviously talking about how people also want the economy, like trying to take advantage of the economy opportunities that are here, or trying to strive towards a certain thing that's over here, right? Which is like a certain lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So obviously they want that lifestyle and they're looking for this opportunity. Do you feel like here's the place for that opportunity?
There's no opportunity. You can't even get a job here.
Okay, so then why would you stay here? So hold on. Let me land.
Yeah, go on.
So like our grandparents, your Windrush era grandparents as well. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Came over. Your grandparents came over from Jamaica, right? Mm-hmm. So like they came over here for what reason?
Freedom, new life,
opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's opportunity still here?
I don't know.
So why not do what your grandparents did? Because your grandparents didn't have they came over here not because their family was here, their friends were here and all the rest of it, because there was opportunity over there that would better set up than the next generations that come forward.
But they came over here, I don't want to say in a better and easier time, because it wasn't.
It was a better time.
I'm trying to say that they came over here and they did what they had to do to get their own shit.
So perfect.
I know you want to say go back home, but a lot of people...
I'm not even saying go home. Remember, I said don't go home.
Yeah.
My thing's freedom.
You can go
anywhere, bro. I'm like, what you just said though is integral. They came over here because it was the best solution for their situation. We was never meant to be here for a long period of time. It was do what we need to do, go back. Now, we've done what we need to do. The time period of us doing what we need to do here is done, which is why now we're suffering, because we've stayed. That's fine, stay, but you're going to continue suffering. Why not go wherever the next opportunity is? Whether that be Saudi Arabia,
France,
whether that be France, whether that be Africa, whether that be back home.
So see how you said it's time for us to find our own opportunities. So why didn't our grandparents be like, you know what, I've done my job here?
A lot of them did.
A hell of a lot of people didn't.
Because of the facade of the world that we would like to live.
But a lot of them said, "Oh, I'm comfy." A lot of people get very comfy and be like, "Yeah, man, this is it now."
Yeah, because I
reckon
it's a facade. In my opinion, you were sold a dream of living in the West, and it looked great because of convenience. You can go to a supermarket, you can drive a car, you can go down the road and get your carpet filled up. There's jobs everywhere at the time. Yeah, you were sold this way of living. And back home, it's I've got to work the land. I've got to get up early. I've got to go and milk this to be able to get. I've got to go fetch water. It's hard work. Convenience makes people lazy, and then people got comfortable.
But your question was, why didn't they go back? For those who didn't go back, because they was comfortable and things was all right. During that time period, it was all right. When my grandparents, it was fine for them. If I was my grandparents, I might have ended up dying here. Because it was calm during the time period that they was here.
The baby boomer period was a lovely time.
It has now got bad. So it's not up for them to have to worry about going and finding the next set of opportunities to set the next set of generations up.
Yeah, I hear.
It's our job.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility.
They've lived their life.
Do you understand? They've done. They've done, and the whole reason they've done what they've done, and this conversation here exists, and we're able to have this conversation, is because both our grandparents did the same thing to look after their parents. So now there's a sense of community.
Yeah.
So we have a sense of community now that's connected to each other.
We might be connected, but I still don't want to go back home and do my...
I'm not asking you to. I don't want to go there either. I'm not trying to go back home.
I just want freedom, I hear it. So
do you get it?
So work together to get the freedom.
Do you see what I'm saying?
But then I'm thinking, devil advocate, I might be thinking, why do I want to work with you?
Okay, so who are you going to work with?
Work with myself, myself and I.
That's
okay.
Where's that got you?
Yeah, so I don't want to work with you.
Okay, cool.
That's
let's
fine.
say you don't.
I
don't need to work with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what people are thinking. Why do I want to work with you?
But that's
because we have the same.
But that's what happens in every civilization unknown to man.
But you have to find your people.
There we go. And that is always going to be the case. You can leave that. You can have that argument till you're blue in the face. That will always be there. But that is a lie that's been sold to us to be individualistic. Human beings are not individualistic creatures. True. There's a reason why we want to go and have sex and go and be and make a family and this, that, the other, because we're not individualistic creatures. We should be working together.
We're pack animals.
It's in our DNA to work together. So as soon as you start doing the individualistic, I don't want to work with you, you're going against your DNA, and you're right. I can't lie. You're going against who you naturally are.
And my thing is this: you can say you're doing it by yourself, but you're not, because you're still relying on a group of people. It's just not a group of people you're still relying on a group of people. So I'm like, why not go find a group of people that you can work with?
So let me say it like this. So let's say I don't want to work with you, but I want to work with my wife and she's white.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Okay. Yeah.
Because a lot of people will be thinking to themselves, you meant to stick to your own.
No.
That's what I've been saying for the job. Don't remember, I'm not on it.
Yeah, I know. You might not be. People think themselves like.
I didn't say stick to your own.
Yeah, I know you might not.
I said
the people might
until Anglo-Saxon, Eurocentric white people or European people in general wake up to know that this system was not built for them too. I don't think the system is going to change. So I'm talking about the monetary system. I'm talking about how the IMF runs the world, the bank in Switzerland that allows people to say, yeah, you're worthy enough to get this loan. You're not worthy enough to get this loan. That life, we live that right now. That will not change until majority of white people realize that that wasn't built for them either. Because it's only built for the United States. That is it. Only one set country it was built for. Everybody else has to fall in line. But underneath that, I can work with you, I can work with Jamal, I can work with Haroon, and we can get out of it, and I can go live a better life if I want to. I can buy a homestead. I can buy a homestead in this climate right now and change my living.
And the thing is, once that happens, once the English, European, Eurocentric white people, they then realise, oh, the system isn't for us, then the more sense of unity will come and people will come together, naturally. Because they're the main thing that are keeping people apart, if you really and truly think about it. They're the main two people, and then people kind of want to be like them. They feed you these narratives. They're greater, white's good, da da da. So you want to be like them, and they hate everyone, and they dislike themselves, and they infight between themselves. It's been happening for generations.
They're the best people of erosion. Bro.
So that's who everyone's trying to emulate. So you're trying to emulate something. You want to be closer to them, and they're naturally divisive.
How can you emulate erosion? Like, how are you upset from you going to another country, bombing their country, the immigrants come over here to live a better life, but then you're upset the man's living next to you when your taxes are paying for them to be bombed, and you still don't understand that. It's wild to me.
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
he's not even, that wasn't even a question. I think the question was, can I work with a white person? Yes or no? Yes.
I said that, yes. But
that's the unity that will come in from it.
I said my point of view for white people, I'm saying, it was not don't go and date or build a family. It was, you don't need to wake up. That is the only thing I'm saying about white people.
And for those who are awake, work with them, be on their side.
And they're great people, as people are people.
But on a greater scale, they call us the fucking ethnic minority when they are like the most minority people in the whole planet. It's dark. Like, that tells you in your head that they're still selling a facade to you that they are superior. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Until you wake up and that's not the case, you're still a part of that problem, I'm trying to say. That's the simplest fight I can put it.
The main thing is unity, that's it.
Yeah.
And that will happen once the people realise, oh shit, everyone's fucked.
But you can see how selfish I am as a robot. I'm about me getting up.
That's how life is though. You should be selfish. It should be about how I'm gonna pattern myself and people around me. I don't really, no offense to anybody, I don't care about no one else but myself. Because at the end of the day, you come in here alone, you die alone. So I have to make sure I'm good for myself. If you want to tag along and you help me out, then just listen. I'm all for it. But at the end of the day, it's all about me. At the end of the day, it's all about yourself. You have to focus on yourself first. Obviously, for you now, you got a kid, so it's not for you anymore. It's for you. It's a bit different.
I don't know.
And for yourself, do you mean?
My child has to fit around
in
me.
what sense? Do you mean in the sense of everything's mine, gimme, or I'm trying to build myself up to be the best I can be?
I'm trying to be the best to be myself.
Right.
Like, to be the best.
And that by
but
doing
if someone
that,
can help me to push me to that next stage.
But are you going to help somebody else to do that?
Naturally, by being the best,
I'm a helper. I'm a helper. So I don't mind helping someone else. If I know the blueprint and I can bust someone, I'll take the blueprint. Especially all my brothers, I know the blueprint. Take the blueprint, bro. Like, I'm gonna be there to help you because if I'm eating, you're eating. Can't be eating on my ones and you're still in the slums.
Do you know that's how naturally people actually are? Because the way you said it initially was like, it's all about me. So then most people will see, okay, it's all about me. I need grab, take.
Yeah.
But when I asked you,
you still need people to help you out.
It's you building yourself up, so it's being the best you can. Yeah. And you said you're a helper. So you building the best you can, building yourself up, you're naturally going to help. Mean that, you're naturally going to help people who are around you, who have helped you.
Take it, though.
Huh?
No, that's
I know what you're going to say.
That ain't your problem.
Yeah, I'm trying my best.
But you're already at that.
What you're sitting in here now was building something for other people to take the benefit off, and they didn't fucking use it. Dropped into the wayside just to keep it on myself, keep it moving, innit?
Yes.
That's how you should be. But don't be raw, gimme, fuck everybody else because everything is about being individual. Because you'll get somewhere that you will want to build something with a family, and then that's no longer everything about me. You'll be in the same position that I am. You got a you or something, innit? And then you won't have to switch your thinking.
And I'm not even worried about him doing that because he said I'm a helper. Instantly say that, you're putting yourself in a different class. If you were like this other man, it's all about me, gimme. I'm gonna build myself up to be the best. Fuck everybody else. Which is what they do anyways, which is why most of the people are in the situation they are, then we know who you are.
Yeah.
You just said after everything, fuck everyone else, I'm getting to the, I'm a helper. Oh, okay, you're making yourself better so you can help people.
So you're actually, we have the same mindset. The difference is we have a more positive lens. Yeah. Whereas you're like, I don't see how this can get to said outcome.
And there's a
but
perfect reason for it.
but I
Perfect
get it.
reason.
Yeah.
And you're the perfect
It only
reason
makes
for-
sense.
You're. It's amazing that you're on the pod because in the future, I remember I can get you in the front of the camera because you are the perfect reason that most people are brought up in the London, the black people are worse off. We need to be fucking in high-rise flats, pressured. What's the other word? We're not tired and fucking distracted. What's it called? Overstimulated. Constantly overstimulated. You're having to watch your back. You're having to. Is the bills paid? Is a man trying to knife me up? Is a man trying to break into my house? And then you're looking at each other like you're all enemies because most people are doing each other as black.
100%.
Exactly. So that you're a perfect example of why the system is built the way it is to keep us individual,
Right.
and to keep us with a negative outlook on life. However, you DNA internally is still trying to help. At the end of the day, you say if I'm going to help myself out, and you're trying to be there to help each other, you can still be a part of it. That's what I'm trying to say. And that is still good, I'm trying to say. As much as you've been through all this madness, this trauma, all this crap you go through on a day-to-day basis, you're still willing to help people. And that's why I say white people deal in erosion and black people do not. You come into a black person's house, you're feeding them. You're most likely feeding that person, yeah? You go into another man's house, I'm not even just say white, most other people's house, if it's not like a ethnically background culture, you just sit down, cup of tea.
Still something.
It's not the same, bro. You know what I mean?
It's still something, though.
I know what you're saying.
It's still something.
But I think you're playing devil's
They
advocate.
didn't have to offer.
They didn't have to offer. But you know what I
didn't
mean?
want you in my yard.
When I mean feed, I mean you get fed. If you need a place to
hear
stay, you get to stay. If you needed a blanket,
people
a
have
piece
that
of
part,
clothes,
some
you
people
usually
don't have
get
that
these things. However, that living is slowly being eroded away from us.
I'm agreeing with what you say though. Wait, quickly, Fabian, before you continue. As you said, they say offer a cup of tea. I think they definitely have it too, but they've been told a lot of the time, people who don't look like them,
Stranger
fuck
danger.
you.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they've been told. So like, when with us, if someone else comes into the house, we've already invited you into our yard, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna offer you. But if I go into a black person or an Asian person goes to a white person's wife, or someone else goes into a white person's yard, they're not gonna offer you nothing because you don't look like them. That they've already been sold that they're higher, you're less. Do you know what I'm saying? But once they wake up, as you were saying, and realize that they've been sold a fucking lie, that stops. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
It does. I've noticed that really.
Yeah.
Also, hold on. Sorry, it's also dependent on culture because culturally they won't offer a big plate of food like even to another white person. So like it's not even hold on. So it's not even like you're getting treated any differently. You're getting treated the exact same as they would treat if their cousin or nan came round.
I didn't say that they did.
Or their
That's what I
brother.
meant.
Do you know what I'm saying? There's a cultural difference as well.
I said their culture is easier to deal in erosion. That's what I've always said.
Yeah.
They can take away. They can always take away. They've known how to just naturally take away and be like divide and go and be on your own. And they're calm with it. I'm talking about, let's say, I'm not saying it's my analogy. Yeah. Someone else.
No, I'm just saying, how does that tie into what I was saying?
I'm just trying to say their culture is different to us.
Oh yeah, that I agree. Yeah.
Our
Okay,
culture is
cool.
built in inclusion.
And there was an example of where it's just different, not in a different. An example of where theirs is erosion and ours. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking, how is that erosive? I thought you were trying to give an example of how their culture is erosive and how ours is not. And I was like, I don't see how that example is erosive, but okay, I understand. It wasn't that. It was you was giving an example of the cultural differences or some of the cultural differences. I'm with it now.
There we go. Cool. Leave it at that. I don't want to go too far in it because I said you're gonna call me a mad bigot, and I've got bare white people friends. So
Of course though.
You sound like one of the white people though. It's like, I've got black friends.
I don't get close.
They're people are people.
I've got black friends. I can't be racist.
No, I can be. At that beginning,
My
I said,
sister.
call me a bigot, call me a racist if you want to. If you want to call me at the end of the day, I still got people as my friends. You know,
Yeah. Nah.
And when I leave this place, I'm sorry, majority of people are gonna look black when I leave this place anyway, so it's not gonna affect me.
I hear it though.
Anything else?
No, man.
Nah? It was a fucking good episode, mate.
Yeah, it was quality, man.
Yeah. Let's finish it off.
Unity is key, people.
Yeah, anything else?
Peace and love always, man.
Like, subscribe, sharing all them things.
Hello, goodbye.
Yeah.
You're not taking this serious.